I'm Professor Peter Harrison. I lead the coral larval restoration team at Southern Cross University. And I'm really passionate about applying our scientific knowledge about how, when and where corals reproduce to using that information to actively restore damaged reef systems to try and kickstart their recovery so we can rebuild healthy, vibrant, biodiverse coral reefs. We know that most reef systems around the world have suffered catastrophic loss of corals in recent decades, primarily caused through mass bleaching events caused by global warming and human activity, but also really severe impacts on corals from outbreaks of crown-of-thorns starfish, from direct human intervention, including blast fishing on healthy reef systems that completely pulverize the reef and transform it from a functioning, healthy reef environment to a wasteland. We also have incredible coastal development occurring in many reef areas around the world. So that toxic cocktail of human activities is incredibly harmful to most reef systems, and we're seeing the consequence of unregulated activities by humans on these reef systems. I'm really passionate about trying to make a difference on our planet, and so are all the members of the wonderful teams I work with in different parts of the reef areas around the world. We're all focused on trying to restore the largest areas of reef with the most sustainable, resilient coral communities that we can. And we've come up with various techniques which we know work at small scales very effectively. So now we're modifying that approach and evolving the methods to increase the scale and cost effectiveness of these restoration methods. Most people on the planet are aware of these incredibly diverse and immensely beautiful, healthy reef systems that we have the privilege of sharing our planet with. Most people, however, may not be aware that we're losing those reef systems at an extremely rapid rate, which is completely unsustainable, and we risk losing healthy functioning reefs completely from our planet within the next few decades. Healthy reef systems are incredibly important for many reasons. They are directly important for hundreds of millions of people who live adjacent to coral reef areas whose existence depends entirely on the resources that they can glean from that reef, including fish and seaweed and other resources that only a reef can provide for them. Coral reefs are also ecologically incredibly important. We think that there's more than 1 million different species of animals and plants that exist on that reef and are found nowhere else other than on healthy coral reef systems. So if we lose corals and the functioning reef, we're potentially destroying up to 1 million species that cannot exist anywhere else. They're also important from an economic point of view for economic fisheries production, but also increasingly for ecotourism, because most people on the planet are really keen to see beautiful natural environments, and a healthy reef system is the most biodiverse ecosystem on our planet. Spectacularly beautiful, but very fragile and impacted very heavily by human activities. Everyone on our planet can contribute to the future survival of coral reefs and other spectacularly beautiful ecosystems on our planet. You don't even have to be a scuba diver. Thinking carefully about reducing the amount of energy that we use, switching off the lights when they're not needed, reducing the amount of heating or cooling we use with our air conditioners, reducing the number of unnecessary trips we make in our cars and directly reducing the amount and costs of the fuel that we need. And thirdly, every one of us can make decisions about the type and cost of the food that we eat. Looking for local food production and things that aren't extremely costly to produce reduces the overall impact of our ability to live on this planet in harmony with the rest of the natural world. I urge everybody to get behind reducing our climate impact as quickly as possible to secure the future of these extraordinarily beautiful coral reefs that we're lucky enough to have on our planet.